Shalom, back with part 4. All right, prophecy in the new song. Let's continue here. All right, so we're dealing out of Revelations 14:1. All right, and it says, "And I looked, and lo, a Lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000. They're all men, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes. Okay, having his father's name," right? Because the Lamb is Yahweh. And what is the Father's name? Yahweh, written in their foreheads. So now, as a precept, we jump to Revelation 7. And what does it say here? All right. Saying, "Hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God power," right? The Heavenly Father Yahweh in their foreheads. See that? All right. To further understand this, if you scroll up, this is talking about the angels. All right. "And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth." Those winds represent the destruction that's coming on the earth. You understand that, people? All right. So, and another angel came and said this, saying, "Hurt not the earth, and neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God power," which is the Heavenly Father Yahweh, right, in their foreheads. Now that seal gets into another word called mark, all right, which, all right, you read about in Ezekiel 9:4, all right. Okay, what does it say here? "And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, and through the midst of Jerusalem," in other words, through, the people, the Israelites, right? "Which is as the sand of the sea, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men." See that? You see all the clues here, right? Set a mark, which in other words, again, that's, another word for seal, right? "Set a mark upon the foreheads." See, right? We read that, right? We read that in Revelations 14:1. We read that in Revelation 7. All right. "The forehead of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof," right? So let's get into this word mark to show you, all right? So you people have an understanding about the seal, the mark, right?
Strong's H8420. Tav.
See, what does it say here? Okay, mark as a sign of exemption, right? Right? A seal, right? A mark, a sign of exemption from what? From judgment, from the destruction that's coming on the earth. You people get it? You understand that? Okay? See? A mark by implication, right? A signature, right? Okay? A decree by the Lord, all right? Desire, all right? Mark, all right? You get it? You understand, people? All right. All right, let's talk. Let's get back. All right. All right. "And I heard a voice from heaven as a voice of many waters, and as a voice of great thunder, and I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung, as it were, a new song." Right? And again, this ain't your grandmother's song, your great-grandmother's song. Do you understand that? Because it wasn't given unto them. It wasn't given on to those generations. This truth, it was not time, for them. They were not chosen to receive it. They were not brought in. You understand that? You understand that? They weren't chosen to be brought in to this truth. Okay? And remember that this is the Heavenly Father's movie. Okay? He's the director. He's the producer. He's the writer. He's the potter. We're the clay. He chooses. And everything, again, was written aforetime, was written for our learning. But not everyone was going to come into this truth. All right? Not everyone was going to be called in. You understand that? Okay? It's not given on to everybody to see, right? You can go to your blue in the face trying to, thinking that going to awaken people up to this truth. Sorry, people, it doesn't work that way. Okay? This is only for the elect. That's the reason we were set up. Okay? We were set up to bring this truth, right? The Lord created the internet, an instrument, a tool to bring this word to the four corners of the earth, all right? Using this as a tool, as an instrument, all right? And then you're out there street teaching. You understand? But this is not meant for the whole world to get, or every single Israelite. This is only for the elect. That's it. And they would be awoken once they hear the word. That thing that lies dormant in them. All right, that truth. Because again, ye shall remember themselves in the land of their captivities. Do you understand that? There will be awakening. There is a mass awakening. Do you get it? Do you understand? But that would be of the elect. Do you understand? It is them that would hear this word and be awoken, where the light switch would come on. Okay? All right. So, and they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man, see this? No man, nobody else could learn that song but the 144,000, which were redeemed, right? Which were redeemed from the earth. Okay? Matter of fact, let's have a look at that word. All right? Let's go to the blue letter for that. All right? Let's have a look at that word, redeemed. Okay? And remember, it's not just 144,000. There's a great multitude also that will include women and children. And you read that in the same chapter of Revelation 7. You just go to verse 9. All right? All right. I'm going to look up this word, redeemed.
Strong's G59. Agarazzo.
All right, to be a marketplace, to attend it, to do business there, buy or sell, right? We were bought at a price, were we not? Yes, we were. Yahweh shed his blood, all right, for the nation of Israel, all right? And that the elect of Israel would get this truth. You understand that? Will come into this truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? An assembly, especially a people, a place of assembly, public, debating, elections, trials, buying and selling. Again, we were bought at a price. Okay? So you were bought and paid for. All right? By the blood of the Lamb. All right? All right, so these are they which were not defiled with women. And again, that's not literally talking about women, all right? That's talking about philosophies, man-made religious ideologies. You understand that? Rudiments of the world, okay? Deceptions and lies. You understand that? Let's prove that. Let's go to a precept. Let's go to Colossians. All right. Go to Colossians 2 and 8. Beware lest any man spoil you, all right, through philosophies like Kemet. Again, you're not a Hamite. You're not an African American. You're an Israelite, all right, one of the 12 tribes. You understand that? Or vain deceits, right? Deceptions, lies, right? Falsehoods. You understand that? Pseudo, okay? After the tradition of men, right? See that? Like man-made religious ideologies, right? After the rudiments of the world, right? And again, you're not supposed to love the world. He who loved the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You understand that? Right? Where do we read that? John 2:15? All right? You understand that? All right? Gets into all that, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes. If that's the case, the love of the Father is not in you. Okay? And he's telling you right there that this world is passing away right before your eyes. You understand that? All right? But understand that the word of the Lord will remain forever, regardless. Okay? All right, so beware lest any man spoil you through his philosophy, vain deceit, after the tradition of men, like man-made religious ideologies, all right? After the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahushua the Mashiach. And this is what Esau has set up, so that you fall by these things, so that you fall into these philosophies, these vain deceits, these deceptions, these lies, there's pseudoscience and all that, all right? After the tradition of them, okay? And he's who? He's the man of sin. He's the wicked, all right? He's the son of perdition. He's about death and destruction. You understand that? Okay? He's that violent and evil man that you read in Psalms 40. You understand? He's the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. He's the deceiver, the slanderer, the false accuser. He's the adversary. He's not your friend. It tells you, never trust thy enemy. All right? But you people take counsel of him and not of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, as we read in Isaiah, 30 and 1. They take counsel, but not of me. See? You understand? All right. Now let's get back. All right. So these are they which were not defiled. So you see, we're not going to be defiled by the rudiments of the world, by philosophies, man-made religious ideologies. No, because we're going to be focused. We are consumed. You understand that? Day and night, we are consumed by these scriptures. All right? For they are virgins. You see that? Again, we would be of the wise virgins. The parable of the 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were unwise. All right? And the 5 that were unwise, lost their oil. They lost this truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You understand that? They didn't trim their lamps, okay? Where the wise did. We kept it, right? And again, that goes back to what? He who keepeth my works, right? He that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations, right? And thou shalt rule them with a rod of iron. And thou shalt break them to pieces as a potter's vessel. All right? Even as I have received of my Father. See? All right. All right. So, these are they which follow the Lamb, Yahushua the Mashiach, whichsoever he goeth. All right? And were redeemed, see, from among men, being the first fruits, right? The first spirits ever created, right? Being of the elect, all right? unto the God Father, Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and to the Lamb, Yahweh Shai. We'll be right back with part 5. Shalom.